Marriages have ups and downs. You're not always in love. It's not always walking through the fucking rose petals, right? And women do it too, just as well as men, where they entertain other people sometimes or whatever. The marriage is on the ropes, right? And
100%.
people, it could be sex, it could be he's not romantic, he's not making enough money,
Could
and
be
she's at work.
any small thing, yo,
Yeah,
that turns into like a sort of like a big thing.
yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
and then you bring somebody into it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The problem is, at 41, I'm not gonna put all this on whoever the dude is. At 41, you should know better. And let me explain what I mean. Like, you don't mess with no married person. You was obviously a rebound. He told you he was married and he was getting a divorce. You should say, holla at me then. Because you're single, you don't have any kids, you got way more options than a married dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
I hear
saying.
you.
It sounds good because, like, married people, they go through stuff and they feel neglected in these marriages, so they start leaning different ways.
I hear
That's
you,
why
yo.
a lot of guys be cheating and a lot of women be cheating. Oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. I'm not attracted to him no more. And it might be the guy at work, somebody that's real persistent or whatever. But the difference is when it's the woman and she put her guard down and she gets fully involved with the person. You know what I'm saying? And say, you know what? I'm a go with the situation. You're married, but bro, we know better that people not even married go through ups and downs and they get back together and drag outsiders into it and break their hearts.
I hear
I
you,
think you
yo.
should know better.
And I feel like in that whole scenario, um, that it's 50-50, bro. Like she knew what it was, he knew what it was. But at the same time, like you know, and I don't really wanna like I can't really speak for no women, but only thing I can speak for is like my relationships with women throughout my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that a lot of times a woman may say one thing and she may mean it. Like, I don't want to deal with that. And me as a man, I'm just very, like, she said it though, like, me as a man and me pursuing this woman, I'm very persistent. I'm saying the right things. I'm saying what she wants to hear. And eventually, like, especially if a woman is lonely, bro, like, I'm not saying that, you know, uh, she's any less responsible because
Mm-hmm.
maybe she was lonely or maybe I said sweet things to her or maybe I broke her guard down or whatever. Like she's still responsible, but as a man, you know the game we play sometime, man. And it's like, eventually if you persistent enough and you doing the right things, a woman like we play the game. Like, yo, you know how that go, bro. If you are persistent enough and you actively trying and ain't nobody else showing her that attention, yeah, you could be married. Or you could have two girlfriends. Or if that woman lonely and you talking to her and spending time with her and doing shit with her, eventually we
Yeah,
wears them
and
down and we, you know what I'm saying?
until this, and
Felt
more
kind of